Boom. Hey,
Hi.
how are y'all?
We're good. We're
Good.
jealous of Amy's nice weather. It's
I know.
gross and cold and rainy here.
Uh, it's freezing here. Freezing. It's like 50 today.
It
So I'm just not
has,
dying.
yeah, it's cold today, but like the sun actually shined today. The past 3 days, it's been nasty.
Uh, yeah. I'll take it over like the zero that Nathan's had, I guess.
Yeah, I know,
Oh, for
right?
sure. For sure.
Holly is here. Hi,
Hey,
Holly.
Holly. I just checked the GoFundMe right before we went live. It's up to 22,733.
Yes, that's what I know, right? Like that is absolutely insane. So just to give everybody kind of a backstory, if you haven't seen it on LinkedIn the past 2 days and you have not been looking at LinkedIn because it has been literally everywhere. Um, Julie Griffin's house burned down yesterday, and I'll share some pictures here in a minute. But they lost everything, and we started to GoFundMe. Amy and Ariel started an Amazon wish list, and once like two posts went up, it like went viral on LinkedIn. Like everybody jumped in. There's probably been 50 different posts and at least that many reshares of those posts since all this started. Um, y'all want to say anything real quick while I get this over here
I
set
just,
up?
I mean, I said in my post this morning, like, I don't have words. I'm literally so blown away that, when Chris told us about this morning, and then we're just like, let's get her the essentials. And it has just exploded into this amazing, heartwarming thing. Um, I don't know. And it's one of those things like nothing is going to make this easier for her. Um, but it just,
Right. I was about to say, like, we're not replacing anything at all, but hopefully we're giving her some room to breathe, I
yeah.
feel like. So it's been pretty cool to watch.
Absolutely. It's just been amazing. We did 17,000 by 10:30 last night. When I woke up this morning, it was a little over 18, I think. And then, like Ariel said today, it just got to 22.7, which is amazing. Like we raised $22,738 in 36 hours. Not even 36 hours. It won't be 36 hours for
I was
three more
impressed when it
hours.
was just at like 700. I was like,
I
yay,
know,
look at
right?
that.
And like when I started, my original thought was it's not going to get any higher than like 2 or 3 thousand. Like it'll be all right. We'll give them a little bit of spending money or whatever. But it is just
That was how
blowing.
I mentally calculated. I'm like, okay, if everybody from our little core group tosses in 100, $200, that'll be enough to at least get her some essentials.
Yeah,
And it just, I don't know. My mind is blown. I have no words. But
yeah,
Holly said it perfect, like restores faith in humanity. Um, and that's been the really cool thing. Like, this is not just coming from people that we know and love and that love Julie. This is coming from people that have never even talked to Julie, sharing posts, people contributing that, like, I mean, I'm messaging Chris every time I see a donation coming through, like, who's this person? I don't know them. I want to be their friend.
I know.
It's mind blowing. So, I mean, there's an element to this that, like, this is such an amazing, tight knit community, but even the peripheral community is, we lost Amy. I knew she was on mobile. I was like, that's not going to, but, the people coming from all over to support. Who's LinkedIn user? We love you too. Don't even.
Oh, I'm
Is
sorry.
that Amanda Knight?
It's Val.
Val. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. I need to get this pulled up on my other device, but it's Julie. Like, she literally, I always talk about karma and, just what you put out there into the universe comes back to you, and whether you believe in that kind of stuff or a God thing, which absolutely I feel like
Mhm.
plays hand in hand.
Uh-huh.
Uh, this is purely all of the positive. I mean, literally, her company is joyful, and she's just Julie's just the most amazing human. And this is coming back to her, this
Yes.
amount of support because of what an incredible person she is. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. And Jamal Marshall on my post earlier today, or might have been yesterday, said that this actually happened to a dear friend of his last year, and that the Lord replaced 10 times over everything
Everything.
that they lost. And that is my true hope, that
Yes.
there are things that can never be replaced, and having to go through this right at Christmas, no amount of money or Amazon deliveries can ever make that better. But we sincerely hope that this can lay the groundwork for her to just absolutely get more than she could have ever imagined.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was talking to her earlier today, and Cahill, her 9-year-old son's name is Cahill. His four-wheeler got burned up,
Oh,
so they're going to get him a new four-wheeler.
I think
And
I say he deserves it. For everybody
yeah,
who doesn't know or hasn't read the news story, Cale's the one that woke everybody up
yeah, and we're going to show
early
that.
yesterday morning. He is the true superhero here that's responsible. I mean, this could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. And Morgan, their 5-year-old daughter, asked for a unicorn for Christmas. So they're going to get her a horse, which is as close as you can get. And just think how amazing it is. Like, okay, Cahill had a four-wheeler, so that's cool. But they would not have been able to afford to get Morgan a horse if it had not been for all this.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I know, right? Like that
Well,
is
and
just amazing.
so I love that she likes unicorns, because we selfishly tossed some unicorn swag into her Christmas wish list.
I saw
Um,
that.
and so I was sitting here thinking, like, I hope this isn't selfish and that this little girl actually digs unicorns. So I'm glad that that all worked.
Yeah, and that is Lisa O. It's LinkedIn user. So if you want to, we can.
Hey, Jenny.
No. Hey, Jenny. So funny story about Jenny. Last time she was on my show, I accidentally blocked her from the Restream chat because I was still brand new in Restream, and I had to figure out how to add her back so she could comment on my stuff.
Oh, love it when that happens.
Yeah. So let me screen share. Hopefully this works with the audio. I think it will. And let's play this. No audio. Okay.
Can you? I bet if you took your headphones off, it would. Would that make it super echoey?
Yeah, still no audio. Well, that sucks. I wonder, and I cannot download the video. Well, that did not work as planned. So anyway, Cahill, the
Jenny said
9-year-old son.
some audio
Use your system audio, Chris.
for the input or the output, Jenny.
Audio output. Communication.
Like just instead of the mic, just set it to
I
default.
just lost my audio.
I can hear you. He may not be able to hear me. Brandy, I think that's what he was trying to do. That when he right clicks the video, it doesn't give him the option to save it.
No.
If we don't get it to play, what we'll do is copy and paste the link from the news website and drop that in the comments section.
Yeah, and I'll do that right now.
Hey, Charlie, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, Charlie. So there's the link to go watch it. It's in the comments. I couldn't get it to work. This was this very spur of the moment thing, so I didn't have time to play with anything to get it going. So he woke up. They're out of school, so I guess Julie and Jimmy were like sleeping in or whatever, which was fine.
Absolutely.
And he woke up, and there was fire coming in the bathroom window. And so he woke Jimmy and Julie up and woke Morgan up, and he knew to call 911 because of the fire drills at school. So that little dude saved the day, man. Like it was just God that he woke up at whatever time it was. Super early on a non-school day.
Right.
She grabbed her laptop on the way out, and I think that was all she was able to grab which that was a God thing too, because that's where all her work stuff is for the business she is just launching, Joyful 4110 Consulting. And they have a metal building house, and there was nowhere for the fire to go but out the windows. So it really just held all the heat in and turned it to ash. And I'll show y'all some pictures.
Valerie, thanks so much for asking. I don't know if Julie specifically is gluten-free, but she definitely does have food sensitivities.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we popped those on there. So there's specific like snacks and stuff that did she mention gluten-free, Chris, or those were just specific?
Those were the two snacks she sent me.
Okay.
I know she has a sensitivity to like sugar and grains. I don't know about gluten, but she buys a lot of like special stuff for her to eat because it'll make her joints hurt or make her sick to her stomach. Like she's just real sensitive to some of that stuff. So.
And that's the front porch or back porch?
Yeah, that's the front porch.
Unreal.
Let me find a couple more here. She really didn't want me sharing a whole lot of them.
Crazy.
Yeah, like it just reduced everything.
I'm still tripped out about the toilet paper. Like you've seen the pictures of the churches from the tornadoes where the Bibles are still in the pews, like untouched after the roof was ripped off or whatever. And I'm like, where was the toilet paper?
Exactly. Like that. She said everything was either water or smoke damaged or mainly just turned to ash. But somehow, and you can see right here in the background, there's the package of toilet paper.
Of it, yeah.
Yeah, like that is crazy.
But that's Julie in a nutshell. Like I feel like that look on her face is Julie. She is she's joyful and positive, but when the stuff hits the fan, she's just like, all right, guys, let's get it done. Like
Yeah.
that picture embodies her to me.
Exactly. Yep. Still smiling. House is in ruins behind her. She's still smiling. So yeah. So we have, I'm sorry, I'm kind of disorganized, y'all. Like I said, this was spur of the moment.
It's about an hour ago.
Yeah. I'm going to put the link in the comments. So if anybody watches on Twitch or YouTube, they can see.
That's exactly right. And we're hoping, what's the goal, Chris? We were hoping to hit the 50,000 mark by Christmas.
By Christmas, yep, that's what we're shooting for. And then when it gets close to that, I'm going to raise it again. They do have insurance, but the insurance is going to cover the house. And Julie is recently without a job. She's launching a business, but this is going to set that back a little bit because she's not going to have an office to work in. She's not going to have a place to. They just moved a a travel trailer out there that she may use as an office. But still, like she's going to be trying to rebuild and sort and clean and take care of kids and Christmas and all that. So it's going to set the business back a little bit. So the goal is to get them enough money where they can live on it for a few months and live comfortably, like not just, barely scratching to pay the bills, but where they can live comfortably, maybe even get them a new car because they were needing a new car too. She's been really wanting a new car. They just couldn't really, with her losing her job, it had gotten a little tough,
For those of you who don't know, Julie's the sole breadwinner in their household.
Yes. Yep.
So that was a major thing a few months ago, and she really took a leap of faith to start her own business. And we were all so excited for her, and I know that she's just going to absolutely dominate. But I know there's tons of entrepreneurs here on LinkedIn. I don't know if they're watching right this minute, but anytime you're starting something new, it takes absolutely 150% of your focus. And so there's no way that she can dedicate that kind of mental energy to anything right now. So
Yeah,
we want to make sure she doesn't have to.
exactly. And I had, going back to what you said earlier, some friends of ours lost their house earlier in the year due to a fire. And, it sucks. They lost a lot of stuff. They lost a couple of pets, but with the insurance payout and everybody else helping them, they were able to buy a tractor, a new truck, um, a brand new mobile home to put on their land. And so they really bounced back better than what they had before because their house was in a little rough shape before. Um, but just how awesome is it to be able to do that? Like, it sucks you lose your stuff, but just think about, with everybody's amazing generosity, that they'll be able to, I hate to even use this saying, but build back better what they had before. Y'all,
Absolutely.
like, I'm
No
not
politics.
supporting no politics. I'm not
Word.
supporting anybody. Like, it's the first thing that came to my mind, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Stephen, Brandy, thank you.
yeah. And so
And that's
that's,
this is really it's all about Jewel. Like she just makes it easy to get behind, want to rally behind her.
yeah,
And then the community as a whole. I mean, I don't know. No words.
no words at all. Like, it's just been, we've been in Slack for the past 2 days, just like in awe. And I've said it 1,000 times. Like, I just cannot believe how fast it's come together. And Nathan said in the Dragons group last night, he said, I don't know what's more impressive, the amount of people, the amount of names I recognize, or the amount of names I don't recognize.
Right. And I mean, and international people.
International people.
Like it just I've gotten DMs from so many people like, what extra can we do to help? So
Mhm.
that was the one thing I meant to mention in my post and I totally spaced on. We've made sure that Julie knows that she can ask us literally for, grain-free chips, whatever she feels like. We
Mhm.
need her to throw that out there so that we're not just sending her 30 toothbrushes and 20
Right.
toothpaste she doesn't need, right? We
Right.
want to be able to provide them with the things that they're actually going to use. But I meant to mention in my post, if anybody knows somebody that's been through something like this or has experienced it personally, and you can think back to that experience and are like, oh gosh, when that happened to my friend, they really felt value in whatever.
Mhm.
We want to think outside the box and try to, like, we added a couple of food gift cards to the Amazon wish list, just kind of, because leading up to the holidays, literally cooking dinner's the last thing I want to do. I'm just
Mhm.
exhausted. And so I can imagine that cooking is absolutely nowhere on Julie's radar. So
Nowhere.
food is a big thing.
And even like, there's office supply stuff on there. Like,
Yeah.
she had a whole home office set up, and all of that is gone. And launching a business, she's going to need all that. So if you're looking down through there and thinking, well, I don't know about this or I don't know about that, I mean, there is a laptop on there. There's a printer on there. There's pens, papers, highlighters, wire baskets, filing cabinets, all that stuff. Um, that is all just as much of a priority as the socks and the underwear are, because she's going to need all that to get the business back up and going. Um, and if you don't know what to get, or if there's something on there you have a question about, you can feel free to DM one of us, and we'll be more than happy to reach out to Julie and try and find out. And she did say, like, she sent a screenshot. Let me find it and I'll show it to you. This was yesterday afternoon. What'd I do? Whoa.
I don't know.
Holy hell. I don't know if you can see that right there, but that says 172 notifications.
I was wondering what
And
her
that
notifications looked like.
and that was yesterday. That was before today. And she
And
told
so
me,
please, everyone know, like, if you have reached out to her, she's not spending a whole lot of time on LinkedIn, but she sees all of it and she
yep,
appreciates it so much. And so, she's trying not to get sucked into the notifications. But she's certainly not not ignoring your messages. She's very thankful.
Yeah, she told me earlier, she said, I got on there very briefly this morning and it was just overwhelming in the best sort of way. She said, I couldn't even, she said, I just skimmed. I didn't really respond to just a couple of people. She said she DM'd you and Amy. I think she DM'd Britt too, Britt Crawford. But she, like, there's just so much going on. And then, like, when I told her how much we had raised at 22,000, she was like, holy shit. Like, what happened, Chris? And I was like your peeps love you.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you deserve that.
All of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I've had people message me like, I have family in Tulsa. Can I send them to her to do something? You know, it's just so incredible.
It is. And they've had people donate outside of the GoFundMe too, and have gotten a lot of local support. So it's amazing the way everybody's come together. And it just, like I keep saying, it blows me away that all these people on LinkedIn, Amy said it best, like her quote in her post today, LinkedIn is not a professional platform. It's a community of professionals that get things done. Like, it's just, how the hell do you raise almost $23,000
in a day and a half?
In a day and a half. That is available to her. I mean, it's going to take a couple of days for all the processing to get through, but it's available to her immediately, way before the insurance checks start rolling in.
Right. Yeah, I went very quickly from, like, when you told us yesterday morning, I felt like I was going to be sick. Like, I have a very reactive stomach. Like, when something upsets me, I immediately am like, I need to throw up. This is not okay. And I mean, I want to say within the next hour, it was just, my hair was blown back with, like, you know, do you remember? I feel like it got to like $5,000, like it was nothing.
Like that. Like, I started it and
I just was like, I feel dumb saying this over and over again, but we wanted to come on this live to do a couple of things to give you guys a little bit more information, share the pictures with you, but most of all, just share our gratitude. And I don't know any other way to share the gratitude than just to continually beat this dead horse about like, holy crap, look at what you guys have done. And it just, I don't know.
And if you think your gift doesn't matter because it's not very much, y'all, we've had gifts anywhere from $10 to $500. There was only 2 $500 gifts. Only one $450 gift out of 200 and something. I don't know, 200 and
340 so far.
Yeah, 340. The rest of them were all smaller than that. Most of them were between 10 and 100. So if you think your $10, I hate to sound like a telethon, but if you think your $10 gift doesn't matter, then you're wrong, because it does, because it's all those $10 and $25 gifts is how we got to 22,000.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I think our goal is to just provide some cushion for them so that, you know, like I said, the insurance is going to take care of the house and hopefully most of the stuff that was in it, if not all of it. But then to give them a cushion where they don't have to worry about paying bills for the next couple of months.
And literally, like, I don't know, you guys, this is so funny. So this is random. I wasn't even going to mention this to y'all in the Slack, but I'm refinancing my mortgage right now. So I just had to pull up my homeowner's policy to prove that I have insurance on it or whatever. And I was looking at the replacement value for my home. And I don't know what real estate is like where y'all are, but my house is worth a good bit more than it was when I put that insurance policy on it, just because of inflation. So if I had to replace my house in today's dollars, I shouldn't be talking about dollars on a live, but this is not to do with that. This is just about insurance.
Yeah.
But it just, I had that thought to myself, like, holy cow, I need to add $100,000 to that number because I could not recreate this house for what I've insured it for.
There's no way. And
I mean, I'm hoping that's not the case for Julie. She's actually in a blessed situation because she is on family land. It's not like she's in a subdivision somewhere. And but insurance is not the end all be all.
no, it's not. And
we're so thankful for you guys helping to pad that.
yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's going to help cover the cost of rebuilding, but the bills are still going to roll in. She's still got health insurance and car notes and whatever else, it costs to run a household. She's still got all that stuff coming in. Just because
she's going to have to buy Cahill like literally anything he ever wants for the next 10 years. So I think,
exactly.
I mean, I know if I was 9 years old and saved my family, I would probably have taken advantage of that.
Yes. So. Let me drop the links in here.
Yeah.
Again. And the Amazon link. So that y'all can go donate. And that's really like all we had to say. We just wanted to come on and just kind of reiterate the importance of it. And, kind of thanks for coming, Charlie. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Charlie.
Reiterate the importance of this and just kind of remind everybody, like Ariel said, the insurance is not the end all be all of it. There's other stuff going on too. And we want to try and help them out just as much as possible. And we appreciate y'all so much. Like, I'm going to keep posting about it every day, at least through the end of the week. On January 20th, we have a dad joke competition between Britt Crawford and Brad Wolf. Louis Colombo is going to be moderating. Pat Tang is going to be instigating, and I'm going to be hosting. But the only way to vote is to go to the GoFundMe, and every dollar counts for a vote. And when you put it in the note, when you put a note in there, you have to put in there for Britt Crawford or for Brad Wolf. And that's how we're going to vote. Like, there's not going to be a poll. So the only way to vote is going to be
that's epic.
To go to the GoFundMe. So the goal is to keep this going for a little bit. Like, we're not stopping. We're not going to, because they deserve all we could possibly give them. Like, they're just an amazing family. Julie's a huge source of support and encouragement. I've never met her husband or her kids or anything. They're not on, obviously her kids.
They're not on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Her husband's not on LinkedIn either. But they just deserve all we could possibly give them. So, like, our goal is to just blow their socks off and help them to just prosper in the new year, just to not be worried about scraping around trying to make ends meet, but they don't have to worry about it. And they can buy all the stuff they needed and wanted and still pay the bills.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Happy, I don't even know what day it is. Happy Tuesday evening.
Yeah, I know.
happy early Christmas, whatever holiday you celebrate. Keep Julie and her family in your thoughts. And that's the other thing that I wanted to mention. Money is not everything. And I think that Julie would be the first person to say that. So just knowing that the support of the community is behind her, having all those positive thoughts and prayers out in the world, have to be making a difference just to her peace of mind and state of being. I know that I've felt it, just completely overwhelmed by it for the last day or two. And so I hope that she does as well. So, spreading the word with a post, keeping her in your thoughts, sending, I don't know if anybody wants to send like handwritten notes. Y'all can send them through me or Chris. We'll find a way to get it to them, but just any way you can to keep them in your thoughts and support them. We certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea. If y'all want to do handwritten notes and send them to one of us, we'll make sure she gets them. And another thing I was going to say too is if y'all want to share the GoFundMe and the Amazon wish list on any other social media platform, Travis Lochner's, they've been sharing it in the Beast Node on Discord. Adam K said, ask Travis if he would do that. He said, brother, we're already on top of it.
Oh,
like, we got you.
Travis is the greatest.
I know.
Everybody's the greatest.
I know. So feel free to share those links wherever you want to share them. Like, this is not,
Yeah,
LinkedIn
Rob, Christmas
specific.
cards. That'd be a great idea.
It
Oh,
would be a great
Maria.
idea. Maria, yeah, finally made it. Loving the Southern accent. Well, I don't know how anybody understands the two of us together on a live at the same time. You've got
Well,
a
they
Southern.
understand us just fine if they're from the South. If they are from elsewhere, that might be a challenge.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Stephen made a good point. The insurance adjuster was out there yesterday, but obviously he wasn't done. She said they were still waiting on the insurance adjuster to tell them they could go ahead and start demoing the house. But it's still going to take weeks before the first check gets there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, if y'all want notes or Christmas cards, you can send them to Ariel or me, and we will make sure that Julie gets them.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate y'all very much. Like, this has just been, I'm speechless. Like, I've literally been choked up every time I read a post or every time I see somebody or every time the GoFundMe updates another 1,000. I'm just like ridiculously choked up. Y'all, we've got it's 22,833. Let's get it to 23,000 in the next 20 minutes. We're not going to be here for another 20 minutes, but let's get it to 23,000 in the next 20 minutes before the end of the hour.
That would be
Cool.
amazing.
It would be amazing. That's all I have, Ariel. You have anything else?
That's all I got. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank
Merry
y'all.
Christmas. Thank you.
Christmas elves for the Griffin family. We appreciate you. Maria, everybody's doing pretty good, all things considered. I mean, has she talked to you about how the kids feel? I know.
Yeah. She talked to me today about it. You know, Morgan's 5, so she kind of has a hard time expressing what she's thinking. She said Cahill is a little messed up. She said, Mommy, I feel sad. And she just told him, you know, it's okay to feel sad, and just reminded him that everybody is safe and everybody is nobody got hurt, and he was the freaking man for getting things done. And he said, I know, but I still feel sad. And so they're messed up about it. That was their house. That's where they were born, and that's where they've grown up. But and I told her, I asked her today if she had taken some time to just breathe. She said, no, I haven't. I said, look, I'm not going to tell you what to, yeah, of course not. I said, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you know, all that stuff is still going to be there. Like, you're through the crazy part of it now. Just go take a walk, go sit in the woods, go do something just to woo-saw something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Wow. Oh, I'm feeling.
I know, it's overwhelming.
I feel like talking about the kids. For some reason, we talk about all this other stuff, and I'm like, fine, keeping it together and talking about the kids now. I need to go cry.
Yeah.
But I love y'all.
Yeah, we do. We love y'all.
You're amazing. Thank you for your help. Chris, you're the real MVP. Just being there for her for that first phone call blows my mind. I can't imagine what kind of feeling that gave you yesterday morning, because I know what kind of feeling it gave me when you told me. So anyway.
They are staying with, I don't know if they're staying with they live on family land, Maria. So there's his parents and then his brother and his wife and maybe another brother live out there. It's a big several 100-acre working cattle ranch. So they are staying with family and relatives.
Which is a blessing that they can be there to tend to their farm animals, but also not super convenient. Like I can tell you, I wouldn't want to move in with any of my family.
No, and when I talked to her earlier, she was contemplating on using the RV that somebody's letting them borrow as like an office, or whether they were going to move into it, because she's like,
yeah.
Do I want to be cramped with my family, or do I want to have a getaway, or do I want to be with the in-laws? Or
tell her she should reach out to Ev, Searle, and Justin. They lived in like a 30.
Oh, they did
for a long
time with all of their kids.
Yes, so that would be a great conversation, I'm sure.
Yeah.
About all that. So, all right, I'm going to eat dinner.
Yep, I am too. I got to go to the grocery store before I go home. But yep, Ariel, thanks for coming on last minute. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And Amy, yep, for the few minutes she was here, she had kids going nuts in the background.
She's the Amazon elf, though, y'all. Just so
Yeah,
you
she
know, Amy
is.
wanted to be here. She lost her mobile signal, but she's just, she's the queen of getting stuff done. You
She
just
had that wish
kind of
list.
casually mention to Amy that something might be a good idea, and she's like, okay.
And like I wouldn't have even thought about a wish list. Like my mind was on the GoFundMe, but the fact that she thought about that and in 2 seconds flat it was up and populated with stuff. Like holy hell.
And then we were both adding stuff at the same time, and I would add things, and I'd be like, oh man, Amy's stuff is way cooler than mine. I don't know. She killed it. She nailed the
did. She
whole Amazon
absolutely
elf
killed
thing.
it.
So we're so grateful for her as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I keep dragging this out. I'll
Yeah, I
talk
know.
later. Love you all.
Love
Have
y'all.
a
Thank you.
great rest of your day. Merry Christmas.
Bye.